How's everybody doing out there today? Hope you're doing well. If you see me in I'm talking about that chick in a bright shirt, very fluorescent shirt. I got on I know how fluorescent.
Pinky LaRue?
No, Pinky. It's more purple. No, Mike, don't do that. No.
It's fuchsia.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Fuchsia.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because you are Pinky LaRue, man. Don't take that name.
I feel like you're taking the title from me today.
Man, look. If you give it to me, I feel honored. I do. But that name is for you, man. Don't give that to me. Now you want to give it to me? I'll be Pinky LaRue for a day.
There you go. You got it for a day.
I went to the Gorillaz show on Friday this past weekend, and
Those cartoons.
it
was just animatronics.
As Julian say, man, you going to watch some animatronics. I didn't know how many times I could explain to him. There are people, man, you can cartoons. I wouldn't pay to see no goddamn cartoons. I look, damn, I'm looking at a cartoon right now. But this is a great shirt. When I put my eyes on it, I immediately said, I got to get this shirt. This is from the show on Friday night. This is Noodle from Gorillaz, and it's just a great design, man. It's just like I think you could wear this, and if people don't know who Gorillaz are, they just really think that this is cool. Love this shirt, man. Saw a lot of people wearing it that night. Maybe I didn't know there was so well. I did, but you never know until you get out there. Because when I was getting into Gorillaz, I'm gonna be that hipster, man. When I was getting into Gorillaz, not a lot of people were into it like I was.
Here we go. You were into Gorillaz before it was cool.
It was always cool, Martin. Let's go ahead and get that. First of all, let's get it straight. Gorillas were always cool.
Oh, before they sold out.
Yeah. No, they've never sold out. No. Well, they sold out the show. No. Gorillas were always cool. People just weren't cool enough like me to recognize that.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I was in the know.
Tell me you're Gen X without telling me you're Gen X.
And I didn't know that people. I did know. It was just cool to see people out there just be huge Gorillaz fans, man. People were lined up to get into the Moody Center, the huge stadium, because they didn't open the doors until late. It was lined up around the corner, man.
Damn.
Yeah, and anybody who came in with a shirt or bought a shirt, I mean, people out on the streets just hugging each other because they used to be wearing each other's shirts. I had on this shirt, another dude across the street, and I saw it. There was another black dude too. He's like, and I heard when we were walking, like, yo! I was some homeless person or something. I looked over, he's like, yo, man, what's up, fam? And I was like, I ran across the street, like, yeah, you know. And like, and people looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this? Is this a cult or something? But yeah, even when I went to casino, people who were wearing shirts that they didn't even get to the concert, they were looking at each other. One dude passed bought a T-Virus shirt. You know what that is? Gorillaz. And I looked at him and I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. Some weird shit, man. No, it's good.
At midnight, we attack. Look for the signal.
Yeah, man. It was. But the thing is, more than anything, it was a great show. Like I said, Gorillaz, when they came out, they were a dream project of mine, man. Because they worked with all these musicians that I loved. They encompassed so many different genres of music, and the artist. I've always loved Jamie Hewlett's artwork. The guy that
is he still doing the art?
Yeah. Because I looked it up because a lot of people think that him and the guy that the musical half of it. Jamie Hewlett is the art half of it. Mm-hmm. Damon Albarn is the music half of it. He started in Blur and then started, who I wouldn't have ever guessed that guy had such an eclectic taste in music because he started out kind of as that Brit pop invasion stuff. But that guy's like in the hip hop, world music, disco, blues, jazz, rock, of course, electronic. I mean, all that stuff is, that's what's so great about the show is that when you went to the show, I didn't even know how they were going to do it. That show went on a little over more than 2 hours because they have so many albums and so many different kinds of music to play, and so many different artists that they work with. But
were they swapping out instruments, or do they just have everything on the stage?
No, so what they do, I've been to 5 shows that they've done, and it's been crazy to see how they've evolved because at first, the whole thing behind Gorillaz is that they want to be sort of a protest to pop in a way, pop music. It's so manufactured that they said, well, just manufacture a band, and that band will be able to play whatever they want to play. So that's why they created like this, the animated the cartoon personas that you see here. And so, when they started out, because because they were a band that was, their front people were animated characters, what they did was that they brought in so many different people to play because they brought in different people to do different kinds of music. I mean, they've worked with a lot of crazy, like Lou Reed, Ike Turner, Dennis Hopper wrote on one song.
Oh, okay.
George Benson, Bobby Womack, who the Clash, the surviving members of the Clash they've worked with. They actually became members for a little while.
Oh, wow.
For the Plastic Beach album. But yeah, man. So they can bring out anybody at any point. So the first show I went to, they were hiding behind a screen because they wanted to focus on the animated characters, and then they said, well, that shit ain't working. So they just came out and just started playing. So now I have to say that this is probably the most comfortable show that they've done, because I think they finally embraced what the show does and how it works. So the way it works is now they have a whole band on stage, and they have the visuals behind them. So and they got it down so much that when they're performing, the performance is
time to the animation.
It is like, wow, because a lot of it's already pre-existing videos and whatnot, but they time it to like perfectly.
Yeah.
Like Damon Albarn is not looking at the screen, and he's not looking he's not looking at a screen below him because he's interacting with the crowd.
Yeah.
But man, they finally hit it, and that performance blew my mind. I'm thinking about going to see them in New York because they bring out different people. They brought out some people here, but the show, I mean, even if they don't bring out anybody except that band, if you ever get a chance to go see a Gorillaz show and you don't even like them, go check it out. You see how he's interacting with the audience, man? Like I was down the floor and he was like just hugging people and shaking people's hands and I could see him like right here, and he wasn't scared or anything. He was like into it, and the whole time like you caught between looking at him and just how the images on the screen are playing out. Somebody even got married there. They pulled somebody up on stage to they didn't get married. They almost pulled to you. Somebody got engaged.
Oh, okay. Put your phone down.
I got to control myself because I'm at a show like that. I'm holding my phone up like this. I'm like, put your phone down. And I'm like, oh shit.
You're ruining my shot.
Yeah, forget that. Everybody has to do this, man.
Yeah.
You made my life so amazing. Even though I've been through so much, you do everything. I'm here today to ask you if you will do me the honor of marrying me.
When they got outside, she was like, I don't want to embarrass you in front of everybody. I can't do this shit.
We'll talk about this later.
We just met tonight.
Financially stable at all.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just the history of grand gesture proposals is not good.
I'd be terrified to do that.
It was just so often something that's a big and spectacle of a proposal. The marriage doesn't last long.
Oh, Mark, let him have it, man. Oh, Mark, y'all thought I was bad.
I'm just saying.
At least I was making a joke.
Fairy tale endings with Martin.
Good night, children.
And they did not live happily ever after.